there are no more questions. It's only experiencing, and there's no more effort in meditating like in the Buddhist tradition. So only I have to do is aligning with you, or aligning with Shakti, and then yes, I can rest, and looking by or experiencing, it's just wonderful.
Do you have a sense that from now on your opening is automatic? It's unfolding by itself?
Yes, I only have to surrender. I think sometimes questions arise, and then I think it's unnecessary to think about it. I think Shakti will do. The last week I thought about opening the third eye, or about Kundalini energy, and then the insight arose that I don't have to worry about the things. I only have to surrender, and Shakti will do it. The energy will do it, and yes, I have only to surrender, and it will happen.
Exactly so.
Yes.
Exactly.
I only have to. Yeah, I only have to tune in to be aware of you, or to invite the love or Shakti, and she will come, and it's wonderful. In the former times, the 25 years I meditated in the Buddhist tradition, it was as if I have put myself in a cage and tried to transcend the cage, and I do not succeed. So now it's effortless. Yes, I don't have to do anything. I only have to invite Shakti, and she and the emotions. My Qigong master said, emotions are energy in motion. So normally I meditate for about an hour, and so about 40 or 50 minutes, the pain came in the legs, and now I invite the pain to my heart, and I feel the energy streaming, and the pain seems to explode in my heart, and there is no more pain, no more everything, just joy.
Yes.
It's wonderful. I
Great.
thank you.
Well,
I love you.
So welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being so eloquent in your expression of your experiences.
I have to admit that I thought about this, and to talk to you. So it's not just a spontaneous speech. It's but nevertheless, it's wonderful. It's
hard to
the last. Yes, it's heart to heart, and I only have to think about you, and I feel your love, and yes, it's crazy. It's 4 or 5 weeks with you, and it's I think yes, I'm speechless.
It's
Thank
magic.
you.
It's magic.
It's magic. Absolutely magic.
You
Yes.
step out of the idea that there's a process by which you find enlightenment.
It's exactly
what you have to do is surrender to what is.
Yes.
That sense of the energies within, of the bliss within. Relax your body more and more and more until you can feel the bliss more and more, and just relax to that.
Yes.
Then that's what you have to do.
Exactly. No more thinking, no more analyzing, no more thought about I am, or about nirvana, and I listen all day long to your records, and you crushed all my concepts. And I noticed that I even had noticed that I had so much concepts.
Yes.
And now they are worthless and no more necessary, and I have only to tune in, and then it happens.
Wonderful.
So thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Love you too. You might want to pick out somebody else in the Sangha and start working with them too. The ones that you like, the ones you feel drawn towards, to try to work with them in the same way you discuss things with me about what you're doing, and they express to you what they're doing, what their process is. I think it's valuable if we reach out to each other and form bonds with other people within the Sangha, and sort of carry on the work and do this as a secondary um, process of telling other people how we surrender to ourselves or fail to surrender to ourselves. If you want to, I'm not imposing this on you, but you may want to learn how to work with other people and to give them what you have.
So how can I do it after the Sangha or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's just no problem. If anyone wants to talk with me, or no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Robert, I had Ed, I had a question.
Yes.
Say you're drawn to some, not just in the Sangha, just like I literally followed what you, not followed, I really took what you said to heart, and then I went by what you said, and I could feel like just being drawn, but again, I just I didn't know what the story is or what it could be, what anything is. So could you just help me out there?
I don't know what you're talking about. Help you on what?
Help me on to trust. Is it fine outside the Sangha also? To just trust completely, as like I would trust completely with a member in the Sangha.
How are you asking? How would you communicate with others in the Sangha?
No. How would I? Like I met this person outside the Sangha yesterday, and then I really wanted to communicate what my heart wanted to say, but it just took such complicated words, and like I was complicating myself more and more, and I couldn't say what I wanted to say or express my feel. And I thought, you know what, it just work out eventually like how it's supposed to work out.
So what are you asking?
What is the appropriate means?
The appropriate means for what?
Yeah. For communication.
Practice. Failures to get communication. Fumbling around. It's all a matter of practice. You keep trying.
Okay.
Like when I first started giving satsangs in 2006, I was totally frozen. I had to write down everything ahead of time and just read it during satsang off of a screen in front of me. I didn't know how to talk in front of people, groups. Now,
a lot of time alone. So
now it's not me that speaks. It's like the voice comes to me from within. Shakti is speaking to you directly through me. I don't have to do it anymore. I don't have to form any thoughts. I don't have to articulate. I don't have to write it down. It just flows in me. And it'll flow in you just through practice. And it's been 12 years for me. It's just a matter of practicing, doing the difficult, learning how to articulate while you're listening, you're speaking to another person. A lot of people have that problem. It's a kind of shyness. It's like, how can I focus on myself and my thoughts and my feelings while looking at another person? Because your energy is going both towards the other person and towards yourself. Well, it's just practice. There's no magic in it. You fumble. You make mistakes. You get upset. You feel stressed because you can't articulate what's going on in you that well to another person. It's all practice.
Yeah, and I don't even know how it is taken out, like how it is perceived, and I don't want to hurt like anything.
It's practice.
In the Sangha or outside the Sangha? Both ways.
Both.
No.
It's just a matter of practice. Michael has a hard time articulating to other people at times. So does Maria. Vasilina always feels fear about how she's going to be perceived. We all have problems communicating. When somebody lights our heart on fire, it's very hard to communicate with them for fear of disturbing them or breaking the bonds that we have with them. But after a while, it becomes so easy. After you've done it once very, 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 very deeply, like I did with Janet, then all that you want to do is talk to the other about how much you love them and how much you feel and the things that's going on inside of you.
That inspired me so much. Like, I kid you not. And there's the typical story also in the Tripura Rahasya, which goes, it's just so beautiful. Like, just two lovers just being pierced by arrows because of their love, and then like they're just into each other, and that it's not piercing, it's not hurting them, or nothing's like some next level. I don't know.
In a sense, we're all twin frames. We just don't believe it. We don't see it. We don't feel the other person as consciousness. We don't feel the other person or perceive the other person as the life force, but we perceive them as an other who's filled with judgments and ideas and poverty and richness and love and not love and filled with judgments. And we see them as individuals much as ourselves. But when we see the other person as the life force, just like I am, everything changes. You bow to that life force. And when you bow to that life force and surrender to that life force, every word you speak is gentle and sweet and endearing.
And when you say bowing, it's not like a physical bowing too. It can it be of any, like, of the best you can do of what your heart is showing you?
No, it feels like you're throwing yourself at the floor in front of that other person. You literally feel like you have to drop to your knees or to the ground and grab their feet and kiss their feet.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
and when you're actually in their presence, that's what you do. You fall to the ground and touch their feet and kiss their feet. Whether it's in an airport and you greet them, or in the privacy of your own home. I remember the last time I met Janet. She had just gotten back from a workshop and I was waiting for her. When she came into the door, I fell to her feet. I grabbed her feet and she fell to the ground next to me. Complete surrender, total love, total devotional love, and throwing yourself away. Just to be complete in oneness with them, you have to throw yourself away and just be them. The life force in you gloms onto the life force of them, and you both lie together in complete, utter peace and rid of yourself in just oneness. And that's so powerful, that feeling of oneness that way, without your own individual personality being there. It's just the life force resting in the life force. There's nothing like it. You're totally surrendered to God, both the universal life force and into her or him as the individual life force that you're bonding with, that you're becoming one with in that moment.
And I feel like, that twin experience, literally what you said, with every soul. So I cannot even say there's one, or that's where it's like, but the heart's longing for solace and just peace of mind, of just complete rest.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's why
and
I don't even.
That's what you find in that other person when you are ready to completely surrender. When you are ready, when you see somebody you truly love and you've made the initial introductions and you really love them and they've talked to you and they love you, and then you finally meet, and it's instant surrender.
Yeah, that's what.
Surrender.
It must be instant. That's what even I feel. It cannot be like, it cannot be a hassle. It cannot be something to try, or it should be as easy. And I don't know.
See, it's still a concept for you. Just
Oh, yeah.
experience it. Don't worry about explaining it anymore, what it should be or shouldn't be. Just do it. Find somebody. Don't speculate. Don't think what it should be or what it must be like. Just do it. Anybody else? Anybody else have a question or a statement?
Yeah, I'd like to say something.
Who's speaking?
Stevie.
Yeah.
I just want to say I put my email in the chat. If anyone wants to communicate anything like that about love, pain, anything, I'm open to that.
Good for
I
you.
love you. I love you all. So
Good for you. Eric, what's up with you? Barty.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
What's up with me? Well, nothing different. 4 years, I mean, I've been, as I told you in the email, I've been practicing Shaktipat. And the only thing that I feel inside is the inner noise, that kind of tinnitus, or I don't know how you want to call it, that is always buzzing and ringing in my ears. But when I try to feel deeper in my heart, I always feel some kind of pain or frustration, or I feel like I'm shaking inside, like as if I'm holding something and that I'm somehow afraid to feel it. A part of me is afraid to open and feel it.
Is there a question?
No, it's not a question. You just ask how I was feeling, so
Okay.
I tell you.
You have to learn how to surrender to the feelings. And sometimes that's difficult because they seem so ferocious and big and overwhelming, and you don't want them too close, but you just watch them with your eyes. Watch the feeling. Then shift to your heart and feel them at a distance. Maybe they're 2 feet away from your heart, and you just feel them from a distance. And you're quiet, and you don't pay them too much attention, and you let them sneak up on you. It's like with a kitten, a frightened kitten. You don't pay too much attention to the kitten. You're quiet, non-threatening. And soon the kitten will be lying next to you with his body against yours or her body against yours, waiting to be picked up and petted. Same with that feeling. When the feeling feels safe, that you're not going to harm it, or that you will listen to it, you will feel it, it comes closer and closer until it secretly enters your heart, and you can keep it there for a while, holding it close to your heart, in your inner heart of hearts, until it feels it's been heard and felt and seen. And then it explodes and becomes part of your energy field. Anybody else? Okay. You know I love you all. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. I ask nothing. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. How are you?
Good.
I have a question about the thing you said about letting feelings into your heart.
Yeah.
Should we focus on the heart area or the gut area? Like
The heart.
having feelings there in the heart?
Yeah. You won't feel it in the gut. Emotions disappear in the gut and just become energies. You feel it's the heart chakra which separates the energies from emotions and interprets the emotions. So keep your attention in your upper chest, your middle chest, but not into your gut, because if you go into the gut, there's just energies.
Okay, so after dragging feelings into your heart, what do you do? Like how
You
do
don't
we
drive them into your heart, you invite them by being very
Okay.
soft there, very loving there, very open and accepting, and let them come in at their own speed. And it may take you, out of fear, a while to get more and more open to accept a certain hard feeling to come in, like fear or depression or big grief or jealousy. But you just feel it. Just sit in the chair and relax and relax and relax and relax. Don't focus too much on the feeling, but let it sneak up on you. Just don't resist it. Don't fight it. Maybe don't pay it any attention, and let it come of its own volition into you. And then when you find it in your heart, relax and just feel it fully, rather than push it away because it's frightening to you. Or you can deal with the fear of the emotion itself and get into the fear, and gradually you'll be able to get into the emotion by feeling the fear. Because what we're doing with the fear is staying away from the emotion. But if we accept it, we dissolve the fear, and that dissolves the barrier between you and the feeling that you didn't want to feel. So you can work with the resistance to the feeling, the fear.
Okay, so if I do that like with practice, it should turn into bliss gradually?
Yes.
Okay.
The
Okay,
first time
thanks.
it happens to you, you'll be so shocked to feel that underneath those big emotions is big bliss, a river of bliss. And after that, you'll never be frightened of emotions anymore. You'll keep welcoming them so that you can feel more and more bliss.
Okay, that's great. Thanks.
Welcome. Mari, do you have a question? Oh, come on, ask a question. I want to torture you a little.
I don't know what to ask, but I think last time you answered my question, even though I didn't ask it. So.
Chicken.
Typical.
Selena, do you have something to ask? You have something to say?
We can't hear you.
Hi,
Hi, Maria.
I have something to say, nothing to ask. Thank you for all the light that you say that class, and I love you.
I love you
I
too.
really do. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
What?
You're welcome.
Yeah, I also want to say thank you. I just experienced the death of a loved one this week, and I really felt that experience.
Who's speaking?
This is Mari speaking.
Who?
This is Mari, the one you wanted to torture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
What
just
did you say? I didn't hear it.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
I just experienced someone close to me die this week. And I really feel like she just cracked my heart open when she left. And,
Yes.
And I also know that being with you and being in this group on Sundays was part of that as well.
Was part of what?
Of feeling all this love. So I also want to say thank you.
How did she die?
On Friday, last Friday.
How did she die?
She died from disease.
From what?
From kidney disease in the hospital. I
Were you
was
there?
there when she died. Yeah.
How did it feel to watch her die?
There was so much emotion. Just so intense. All of her children were there, and her husband, and me, and her stepdaughter.
What did you feel?
Just sadness and love, and a lot of tears, and also ecstatic feelings, and just trust.
And just what?
Trust. Feeling of trust. And I saw that she was scared.
What do you feel inside of yourself right this moment?
A lot of the same.
Tell me, describe it again. What do you feel in your heart?
I feel intense energy in the heart, in the throat. There's joy and sadness at the same time.
How do you feel them? How do you feel the joy?
It's radiating.
From where?
From the heart.
How do you feel the sadness?
The same place. It's more of a resting feeling in the heart. It's pulling me into resting.
Do you feel any energies at this moment?
Yeah.
Where are they?
There's a lot of energy in the arms. There's tingling. There's streaming up and down the torso.
Just stay with them as long as possible. Learn to live with the energies. It will take you to a different dimension outside of the mundane world, outside of the fixedness, the staticness of a world that passes through time. There's no time at that deeper level. There's no space at that deeper level, because both concepts become meaningless when you become awash with the energies. I love you, Mari.
I had a question. One more question.
Yeah.
You don't mind? I'm so sorry. Okay. Now, there's a fictional. Say you understand that. I'm just asking if it is okay, literally, as the end of the question. But anyways, say you feel like it's all unreal and it's all like all of that, and then you have a fictional world going on, like your story part. I really want to understand this whole story concept which you were saying, but I have some kind of, it's just like childish gay, like just a child talking, or like just reacting to the outside world. Now, is it okay for such a reality, like just
I have no
to,
idea what you're talking
will
about.
that still cause, like, will that still cause attachment to thought and to the will still cause havoc, you know? Even if you're still in a fictional world, you're just thinking, knowing it's unreal, and you're just thinking, is it like, I'm asking you if such a practice is possible.
What practice?
Just talking, like looking at you, talking to you, looking at the peeps and talking to the peeps of what I find fundamental in my heart. And as just basic yoga, rather than like meditating and using mantra, or like, or even questioning, and just keeping.
The whole practice of my way of practice is to feel, just to feel. And when you're with another person, to be able to articulate what you feel. Start in your heart, start with emotions, and gradually work your way into energies. And the energies will take you out of this world. But love is the most important emotion to work with. If you can feel love towards somebody, to be able to express that and articulate that, and to be able to feel total surrender towards that other person. That's the most important practice that you can feel. Right now, you're dancing around in your head. You're trying to understand things. And I'm saying, don't try to understand, just feel. Just start feeling things. No, you're thinking now.
Yeah, I thought let go and
Yeah, just shut the fuck up and feel.
Yeah.
Get into your heart and feel. Feel your body. Feel your penis. Feel your knees. Feel your toes. Feel. Don't think. Because you put your hand up to your head, all of your energy's in your brain. So all you come out with are ideas and concepts. Just instead, go into your heart, into your butt, into your knees, your thighs. Feel your whole body. Scan your whole body for feelings, especially the heart area. Okay. I love you all. Please come back next Sunday. Keep watching in Facebook and on my blog for blogs about the different topics, about different things that come up. Try to learn the way that I'm teaching about feeling. I'll see you all next week. Take care. I love you. Bye.